right, today we are continuing on our white classic journey, okay? We're here to talk about a man who has collected more action figures than busted nuts, respectfully. By that wild sentence, I know that y'all know what time it is. Yes, sir. Today, we're here to talk about a lot of y'all, the 40-year-old version. All right, my fault. No disrespect, no disrespect. Now, before y'all start assuming that this man must be ugly, might got a hunchback or something, nah, this is Steve Carell. He looks like your accountant uncle who still has his trapper keeper from middle school. Anyways, let's get straight into it. We open up with this man, Andy Stitzer. I'm gonna keep it a band. Don't know if I pronounce his last name right, but he's living in this raggedy apartment complex in North Hollywood that looks like every apartment complex that retired people live in. There's a clock radio that wakes him up playing some old white people oldies. And bro just sits up like it's every other day. Every day is Tuesday for this man. His whole life is on repeat, like my Spotify playlist when Drake drops. Let's cut to him doing his morning workout. This man benching? Okay, hold on. He pushing some serious weight. Body ripped up. I see you, my boy. But then the camera pans to his bookshelf and he's got a whole shrine of action figures still in the box. Still got the plastic on it like grandma's couch. None of them opened, not one. This man is protecting cardboard like it has a social security number on it. So he hops on a bicycle. Wait a minute. A bicycle? You are 40 years old. Bro riding a bike to work like he's 12 and got grounded from the car. And he pedals off for his job at Circuit City, which, like, and for the young ones watching, that's like Best Buy if they had a cousin that came from Temu. Niggas got Shein, Best Buy. All right, my fault. Inside, we meet the crew. Punjab, who greets every customer like he's about to propose marriage to their television. There's Cal, this pudgy white boy who clearly doesn't want to be doing customer service, but he's doing it anyway. There's Jay, the kind of dude who looks like he's got a whole separate podcast, but it's just about himself. And then there's Andy, who doesn't really sell anything. He just stamps invoices. Bro's entire job's being a human rubber stamp. Anyways, a pretty girl comes in asking for help, and Andy panics and hands her off like she's a fucking blunt in a rotation. I'm actually on my bathroom break, so Punjab or Jay will help you. Oh my God, I've never talked to a woman before. Please. Oh my God. I'm about to bust. Like, bro, if you don't calm down, horny ass dude. Like, bro, you're not even in the bathroom. You just scared off a pretty woman. We see you. Anyways, the boys see how fucking lame Andy is, and they decide to invite him to poker night, which is shocking because these dudes been working with him for 3 years and never once invited him anywhere. That's the first red flag right there. But Andy's just happy to be included. Bless his heart. Poker night. Andy shows up overdressed like he's going to a bar mitzvah. And I'm not gonna lie, he is smoking shit. Bro is clearing house at the table. They start telling sex stories to pass time though, each one more washed up than the last. They were telling some 10-year-old story about a girl and an Ace Ventura movie theater incident. And Jay's like, my God, damn, man, that story old as shit, bro. You told the same story every time. What you only had sex one time, bro? Like, damn, this nigga must have only fucked one time, bro. Keep telling that dumbass story. Anyways, Andy, it's your turn, man. Give us the dirtiest thing you ever did in your life. And then Andy starts spinning this whole fake story about a girl named Tandra. Bro made up a whole Beyonce sounding name on the spot. He says they had sex on the kitchen table, swinging from the chandelier. Man, I nailed her so bad, dude. It was going good until he asked follow-up questions. What were her nipples like? Excuse me, horny ass dude, don't be asking me that. And Andy goes, they were like $1, like $10. Like, bro, if I asked you was her nipples like silver dollars, bro, don't go to $10. Like, you're just saying stuff. Like, that ain't even English anymore. Like, you just saying numbers with confidence. Then he says that they fuck like 20 times a night. First off, 20 is not a number of times you have sex, bro. That's a number of push-ups, my guy. So the whole table just goes quiet and Jay just says it plain out. Man, you a fucking virgin, man. And Andy tries to walk it back. Not since I was 10, my friend. My guy really tried to say he lost his virginity at 10, which is somehow a worse thing to admit than being a virgin at 40. Andy, that's not a flex. You're a victim. So Jay self-appoints himself Andy's pimp on the spot. Didn't apply, didn't get voted in, just announced, man, I'm Andy's best friend now, man. We changing your life, cuz. And then he chases this man down the street the next day. Like that nigga owed him bread. So they end up going to this bar, right? And Cal's whole philosophy is to only hit on drunk chicks. And Andy, bless this nigga, actually has a moral compass. And he says, I can't take advantage of someone when they're drunk. Cal, in the the most Cal thing ever, says, "Man, people drink so they have an excuse to do what they already want to do." But I ain't gonna lie, that's evil logic. But in some cases, he's not wrong. But in this one, he's definitely wrong. Do not be having sex with someone drunk when you're not drunk. Niggas cannot consent when they're drunk, bro. Anyways, Jay adds his own rule on top of it. Brothers will walk up to a woman, but if she's not drunk, just move on, right? It's not even worth wasting your time. So between the two of them, Andy basically has a whole predatory business plan he didn't want to be a part of. Andy tries a sober approach first, walks up to a whole table of women being charming, and the second he doesn't buy drinks and just says goodnight, they're confused as hell because that never happens. Then he starts chatting up what he thinks is a regular woman, and it's a girl that's passed out face down drunk on the bar. Bro was mid-monologue to a woman who wasn't even conscious. That's real dedication. And then we get Nikki. Oh, Nikki. She is drunk. Starts kissing Andy with her whole tongue out the gate, dragging him to her car, making him blow into a breathalyzer thing rigged to her ignition. Like, what the fuck? Yo, shorty, you're not even supposed to be in the car right now. Bitch, get to having to blow on a breathalyzer? I'm not trying to drive nowhere with you, gang. Then she starts driving all crazy, running red lights, screaming, "Look at me, am I pretty?" While not looking at the road once. And Andy screaming back, "You're pretty, I want to live." And that is the honest thing said in this whole movie. That man was negotiating for his life. But she pulls up, right, starts stripping, and randomly vomits on this man mid-strip and keeps going like nothing happened. Hurry up, then we can get breakfast. My sis, you just threw up on a stranger breakfast, ain't next on the agenda? Anyways, the next day at work, the boys are clowning him. And Andy's like, "This is karma. You don't hit on drunk girls, it's not right." And Cal, who has no shame in his whole body, says, "Man, it's so right. Man, it is right. Man, fuck these hoes." Literally, you feel me? These men have learned nothing. They have a new plan. Full makeover. Haircut that's supposed to look European, but just look like he got attacked by clippers. Nigga look like he got fighting with a helicopter propellers, bro. What the fuck is this? Then we get the wax scene. He put this man on the table and start ripping hot wax off his chest and back. And this shit ain't no Nair situation. This is full exorcism. Real tears down his face. Most painful shit I done seen. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. You know how much hair this nigga has? Yeah, I'm good. They couldn't even finish the job, bro. He leaves with random patches of hair still on him. Nigga look like a science experiment. He got a new Eurotrash shirt though. So the boys start hyping him up like he's a new man. And they coach him. Man, don't talk about yourself, ask her questions, alright? Answer questions with questions and make her feel awkward so she does the work. Now he test run this at a bookstore on a girl named Beth. And he walks up acting mysterious. Can I help you? I don't know, can you? And this girl is eating it up. Thinks he's deep. When really this man's just too scared to say a full sentence about himself. Sometimes game just looks like trauma from the outside. That night, David rolls through Andy's apartment uninvited with a whole bag of porn. Yep, a bunch of porn tapes to re-energize him. Pulls one of Andy's sealed action figures off the shelf, opened the box right in front of him, pulls his pants down and goes, "Don't wind up like Joe here. Stay in the box long enough, your dick falls off." So Andy starts screaming, "He never had a dick." And David just goes, "Well, you did. Once. What happened?" Damn, nigga. After David leaves, Andy has a flashback to being a teenager. One close call with a girl that went bad, and in the present, he puts in one of David's tapes anyways, alone, and he handles his business. But David comes back for his forgotten tapes, and he answers the door looking completely wiped out and relaxed. And David just goes, "Mission accomplished, you're alive." Man really needed a whole PowerPoint presentation just to get Andy to help himself out. Anyways, we go on to speed dating next, 20 women in 2 minutes each, and Andy's answers are all half-truths. I went to college, junior college, technically it was arts and crafts at summer camp. Bro downgraded his own education mid-sentence. Then David's ex-girlfriend Amy shows up at the same event. They see each other and throw insults across the table. "Pinky dick!" And the buzzer rotates her right into Andy's seat, still fuming, and Andy just sits there like, "Hi, I'm Andy. I'm gonna be quiet now." Smartest thing that man has said all movie. Now the real story kicks off. Back at Circuit City, and old man needs a stereo hooked up at his house, and instead of dumping the job on somebody else, Andy volunteers to do it himself personally. "I like hooking up TV and stereos. It's like solving a big puzzle." And this woman named Trish is watching the whole exchange, and she sees something in him. Not the fake mysterious game, not the wig out speed dating answers, the real, quiet, decent man underneath. So she asks him out. First time all movie somebody chose Andy for being Andy. They have their first date, it's dinner, and it's actually pretty sweet. Two people who both feel stuck in their lives finding each other. She tells him that her dreams got drained out of her, and he tells her about wanting to open in a toy store one day. A real conversation. No coaching from Jay. They end up going back to her place and they end up kissing out of the blue, and it's about to happen. The deed, the moment, the reason we're all here. And Andy is still struggling with a condom like it's a Rubik's Cube. Tears it, tries again. Does this like a dozen times. The wrappers are piling up on the floor like it's an episode of Hoarders. Finally, he gets one on. And when it's finally about to go down, the door swings open. And it's Trish's teenage daughter, Maria, catching them mid-act. It's not fair. I can't have sex, but you can. So Andy grabs his clothes and dips out of the apartment so fast. He's still got random patches of hair on him from the wax job. This man cannot catch a W in the bedroom to save his life. So Andy's all embarrassed and he's shaken up after the whole mess. The boys try to cheer him up. Jay sets him up with a hotel room and tells him it's Jay's party. Andy walks in and there's this grown woman waiting there, offering to be whoever you want me to be. Escort or innocent schoolgirl, whatever flavor he wanted. And Andy, this man pays her $600 to leave. Nigga didn't even want the free trial, refunded the whole transaction out of pocket. He convinces her to just watch Lord of the Rings instead because that's 3.5 hours long. By the time it's over, she's asleep and he kisses her forehead like he's a fucking Disney prince and dips. Can we just watch Lord of the Rings? Are you sure? Yeah, I think that's all I want to do. I don't really want to have sex with you, you know? Just not right. Not right? What the fuck are you talking about right and wrong for? You want some pussy or not? The next day, he lies to the boy and tells them about this whole fantasy story about hitting it from every angle. Until Cal asks about her panties and Andy says they were filled with baby powder. And Jay just screamed, "Man, nothing happened, cuz." This nigga said nothing happened like he was Zorro. Fuck, you been watching One Piece? This nigga Andy done conned the conman. Meanwhile, Trish calls Andy and feels bad about what happened with Maria walking in. Wants to make it up to him. The second date, dinner, and the first thing, it turns out that Trish has 3 kids. 6, 16, and 26. 26? Andy's doing math out loud like, you must have had her young. And Trish is like, why did you say that? And Andy goes, cause you look so young now. We'll recover, honestly. And she's the one who brings up slowing down. If we go out more, we shouldn't have any sex. It complicates things too much. And Andy's relieved because this buys him time. This is a hall pass from his own secret. He agrees so fast it's kind of suspicious. And instead of running from a ready-made family, Andy's built different and bonds with the kids immediately, doing magic tricks for the little one, mountain biking with the teenager, and making homemade ice cream with the whole crew. Man became a stepdad before he even had sex one time. Andy really said, we'll skip the honeymoon phase. We're going straight to the family reunion. Nigga took on 3 kids like it was nothing, bro. You are better than me, tender boy. Back in Circuit City, Jay's whole life is falling apart. He got caught cheating. His girlfriend Jill dumped all his stuff on the street. And this man's crying at work, but pretending he's fine every time somebody walks in. Mid-sentence going from sobbing to, man, I think we should push the Bose speakers more, Sean. Well, Andy lets him move in because Andy's somehow the most stable one of this whole friend group now, which is wild considering he still hasn't told anybody the full truth. Trish asks Andy to take her 16-year-old Marla to Planned Parenthood. I realize I've been saying Maria this entire time, so please excuse that. Kind of dumbass nigga would do that. Alright, my fault. Anyways, Marla wants birth control, and Andy, who is somehow both the least experienced man alive and the family's go-to for sex talks now, gives her a whole speech about how sex is a Pandora's box and there's no time machine. You can't undo it once it's done. Ironic, coming from a man who has not opened that box himself yet. The boys start clowning him about how deep he's in, and Cal points out Trish's oldest daughter already has her own kid, which technically makes Trish a grandmother. And this nigga go, "And so she a grandma?" And Jay gotta tell him to lay off because Andy's actually happy for once. But David's got a real point buried in the jokes. As soon as the Tupperware and the sweaters come out, it's over. You're good as married. And Andy just goes, maybe that's what I want. We're really out here ready to skip dating and go straight to anniversaries. Except Trish is done waiting on the agreement. One night she just goes for it mid-movie. Let's do it right now. And Andy, panicking, tries to stall her off with one of the single worst pitches in cinematic history. Let's do outer course. Mutual masturbation, clothes on, no fluids exchange. It's fun and it's responsible. This man just created a whole new sexual category on the spot just to avoid admitting he's a virgin. Trish isn't having it though. Thinks he's high. Thinks something's wrong with her. And when he won't say I love you back fast enough, she loses it completely. Not who you said you were. And ends up throwing him out. Andy comes home defeated and finds Jay there packing up his stuff. Turns out Jill's pregnant and they're getting back together, having the baby, the whole 9. Jay genuinely is happy, genuinely changed. He's moving out of Andy's spot for good, and Andy's standing there congratulating his boy, dying inside because he just got kicked out of his own relationship over a made-up word. Andy confides in Jay. If she finds out I'm a virgin, she's gonna think I'm a loser. And Jay, who just had the biggest redemption redemption arc of the movie immediately regresses back to bad advice mode. Hey, go practice with Beth in the bookstore first, then use what you learn on Trish. Bro, that is not advice, that is a cheat code with extra steps, and it's morally disgusting. And Andy, desperate, dumb, scared, actually goes along with it. We ends up at Beth's place, and Beth wants to show him what gives her pleasure. First, he gets in the tub and does her own thing while Andy sits there running through like 5 different emotions in 1 minute. And when the camera cuts back, Andy's gone, vanished. Man ran out of the bathroom like the building was on fire. He didn't even grab his shoes probably. Outside, he runs straight into Jay, who tries to stop him. Man, don't do it, man. If you love Trish, it'll all work out. I'm sorry for giving you stupid advice, bro. My relationship's shitty, boy. But shit, that baby saved it. I ain't gonna lie. I knew I should have busted in her. Too little, too late to say sorry for bad advice now, nigga. They both bounce for completely different reasons, while Beth is still in there finishing her business solo. Andy rides his bike home determined to come clean to Trish, but when he gets there, she's already found everything. The dirty movies from David, his old speed dating rating card with notes like, "It smelled like my grandma," his profile on Match.com. He thinks he's some kind of secret sex freak. Even asks flat out, "You're not gonna kill me, are you?" But from finding a stack of VHS tapes, that's a hell of a leap, but okay, Trish, we've all been there emotionally. And this, right here, is when Andy finally tells the truth. Chases her car down on his bicycle like a fucking possessed guy, screaming through her windows and just says it. "I'm a virgin. I've always been 41 years old," admitting it out loud for the first time to somebody who actually matters. He explains the whole thing. The close calls, the fear, giving up, getting scared again, and then meeting her. And Trish, because this woman has a heart of gold, doesn't laugh, doesn't judge. She just pulls him in and kisses him. Accepts this man, wax job scars and all. And from there, they have a wedding, beautiful hillside ocean in the background, the whole crew's there. Dave with his girl and his baby on the way. David's back with his ex. Cal there with his tattooed bitch. And the speed dating. Punjab and Abu J from the job, president accounted for. And Andy and Trish get married. And that night, finally, after 41 years, after Nikki's vomit, after the wax job, after the escort, after Beth's bathtub, Andy loses his virginity. On his wedding night, the woman who actually loved him for exactly who he was the whole time. Then the credits roll, and Andy just busts into a full-on dance number to the Age of Aquarius, dragging the hotel staff into it. Trish joined in like it's a musical finale. This man went from scared of a bus stop billboard to breaking out in choreographed number in broad daylight. The character development is real. The moral of the story is sometimes the loudest, most confident dudes running their mouth about body counts have nothing on the quiet guy who still has toys in his box. Andy waited on the right person instead of just anybody, and it worked out better for him than every single one of his boys who are out here speed running through women just to prove a point. Sometimes patience really is the whole game. Well, let me know in the comments what video you want me to do next. I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot be no 40-year-old virgin. The nigga is out of his mind. Anyways, love you guys. Bye.